already have a good idea of what probability is, right? It's simply the chance that something may happen. Now, there's a really easy way to explain probability, and practically everyone uses it. All you have to do is flip a coin.
If you flip a regular, balanced, two-sided coin, there's a 1 in 2 chance that the coin will land heads up. Therefore, the probability that heads will appear face up is 1 in 2, or 50%.
Up till now, we've been using the characteristics of samples to make inferences about the population. With probability, that changes. That's because with probability, we're no longer making predictions about the entire population, but about the sample itself.
We'll use probability to identify the characteristics of a sample. Once we've identified those characteristics, we'll know what to expect the next time we take a sample. It's a weird cycle. We take a sample, and based on that sample, calculate the probability of the values in that sample occurring the next time we take a sample.
In statistics, whenever we're doing research, it's called an experiment. Maybe we're asking people what they think of a certain cola, or maybe we're looking for the number of times a coin flip comes up heads. Either way, that's an experiment.
Wait, so flipping a coin is considered science?
Yes. Right now, there are scientists waiting for grants to continue coin flipping research.
Hey, Ma, look! I'm a smart guy!
Depending on what kind of experiment we're doing, it may have several different types of results when it's performed. Flip a coin, it either comes up heads or tails. Each possible result of an experiment is called an event.
A possible event of rolling a six-sided die would be to roll a 4. Another possible event would be to roll an odd number. These are all possible outcomes of the experiment of rolling a six-sided die, and we call them events.
Events aren't always measured in numbers, though. Let's say, for example, that the experiment takes the form of asking a voter what party she favors in an election poll. In this case, a possible event could be that the voter answers Republican, Democrat, or in my case, children of the AM radio revolution.
And now, coming up next, more sugary sweet propaganda in the form of pleasant, informative talk.
There are two different ways to classify events. It's really pretty easy. Events are said to be either simple or compound. A simple event is one that cannot be broken down any further. In other words, there is only one possible outcome for that event, and that outcome is not shared with any other simple event. Like a man, a simple event is an island unto itself.
Simple event, it is an island.
A compound event, on the other hand, is a combination of two or more simple events, sort of an archipelago unto itself.
For our example, how about we go back to rolling some dice?
If we're rolling a single die, a simple event would be to, say, roll a 5. This is a simple event because it involves only one possible outcome of the experiment, rolling a 5. A compound event would be to roll a number less than 3. This is considered a compound event because it contains more than one possible outcome for the experiment. Roll either a 1 or a 2, and we're happy.
Each one of the single possibilities which makes up the compound event is, by itself, a simple event. Therefore, a compound event, like rolling a number less than 3, is comprised of two simple events, rolling a 1 or rolling a 2.
If we look at all the possible events as being contained in a two-dimensional shape, say a circle, then the area of this circle encompasses every possible result the experiment may have. Inside the big circle are all of the other events, such as our event of rolling a 4 or rolling an odd number.
This big circle is called the sample space because it contains all the possible outcomes for our sample.
In case you're lost, here's a map, a compass, and a quick review to help you catch up.
When examining probability, we conduct experiments to determine the chance that a certain event will occur. There are two types of events: simple events, which have only one possible outcome, or compound events, which are composed of multiple possible outcomes.